Alright, getting into it for our market analysis today on NQ. I was debating even really making this video just because of the fact that I worked last night, and when I work late, so me trying to get up from going to sleep at like 2 in the morning and then trying to wake up on the central time being 8 a.m. like because I like to try to be up a little bit at least if I can, usually an hour early, but in that sense 30 minutes before at least. But yeah, I kind of slept in, and then as soon as I got up it was already past 11 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah, enough rambling. But I barely looked at the market today, so this is going to be the first look. So everything is basically going to be hindsight for today. Besides a trade that was taken on demo at 2 p.m. And if you've seen yesterday's video, that was just because 2 to 3 p.m. We're testing the silver bullet kind of thing. Just because I don't really trade PM, and I'm seeing if I can make something go on. But yeah, let's look into it here. So looking in the overnight session, let me see here real quick, because again, don't know what really price has done today at all. This is the first time I'm really analyzing today. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, going into overnight, let me actually just mark this out real quick so I don't get lost here. Yesterday was Monday. There we go. Okay. So yeah, going into the overnight session, I mean, doesn't really look like much, which is, I mean, always good. Reason most likely for that being is because we had PMI data come out today. So, I mean, you usually don't want to hope for anything of a sell-off in the overnight session, because then all the objectives have already been met, and usually the next day it's choppy. But it was especially slow. Last night just because news today. Thing is though, for news, doesn't look like, yeah, 9:45 it was came out. It doesn't really look like much of an impact. I mean, yeah, nothing super crazy. But yeah, like now looking into it, I mean, again, if anything, if we would, I don't really trade. That's another thing. I don't know why. I just don't really trade on certain red puller news, PMI being one of them. Um, that's usually because if you just look at the price action, I don't know. It's just something about it. But if I were to have traded today, let's see here. It would have obviously been after news. Let me mark that out too real quick. So anything after this point, going on a 15 minute. Yeah, see, it's just like there's not. See here, 4 hour. I mean, just off the bat, I'm not really seeing much. Again, after news, it was just kind of a slow, steady, straight up until we started to kind of towards 11:30, towards like lunch hour. You see, we have that initial move up, and we just kind of have chop between. So yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. There's really not much I see here. I mean, I see it's 15 minute right here that we held. Was yeah, this is after dropping down to a 5 minute. I mean, yeah, we held this 15 minute. Um, this is kind of going past 11 a.m. though. Once or no, we were. I mean, we dropped down into it around 10:45. The I mean, yeah, not really anything much. I mean, looking up here, I guess we kind of have now because that was taken. Mm, yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't have taken something like this. Let's see. Again, this is all first look for me, so it's gonna be kind of a slower video. Like I said, that's why I even debated making this because I don't know what I'm really looking at. Um, I mean, I guess we kind of got like a 1 minute order block here. Uh, we tap down into it, hold the 5 minute. Mm, What time did 10 a.m. start? Here, let's look at this to mark that out real quick. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So, yeah, I mean, I guess in a sense, like silver bullet wise, let's see, you could go on to the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't really know if I would have taken something like this, just because I personally don't know if there's enough confirmation. Again, this is all hindsight, so who knows? Yeah, I was not on the charts at this time, but again, we're holding a 15 minute. Um, I'm trying to think. This could kind of be like a silver bullet in a sense. Uh, it, oh, I marked out the wrong thing here. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I need to get rid of some of these lines here. That's the 9 a.m. Okay, yeah. So the way that we took out the previous hour high had the displacement up. I mean, we even created a 5 minute. So yeah, I guess in a sense this could have been a silver bullet taken. Because I mean we're holding on a 15 minute, we're holding on the 5, drop down to the 1 minute. Once we came into it, let's see now risk reward wise. I mean, yeah, let's see, probably like a realistic entry. Yeah, probably would have been about like here, targeting this high. Um, and the things like this is I like to put stops between swing lows. It's like obviously I'm not gonna do this much of the risk to reward. So I mean, for me, I probably see even trying to think where I could have probably put my stop. Maybe below the order block. Yeah, just but did we even take? Yeah, we did take out the high right before we dropped down. And okay, so yeah, I mean possibly again I can't say for sure if I would have taken a setup like this, but yeah, I would have targeted these highs, waited for uh what's it called, the build up here, wait for us to bounce up a little bit, then enter, stop below. We have fair value gaps here. I do like to try to put it at maybe like if there's no swing low, like at the most um bottom fair value gap, if that kind of makes sense. I mean, it would have been technically here, but that's too low. So yeah, just below this order block, and just below before we get out of this order block right here. And if I would have taken it, it would have been um 2 to 1. So but again, like I said multiple times, I don't know if I for sure would have taken this. Going after that, let's see here. Lunch session. Um, oh yeah, and then yeah, that's basically it. So I mean, if anything, uh, probably would have only seen this in the morning. Let's go and delete this all here. As for the PM though, this is what I was looking at. And again, this is all I really don't like this at all, the whole uh silver bullet in general. That's why I'm just really like looking at it to really dissect it and see if there's a possibility. This is the first time I'm really touching it. But I again, I'm not too sure fully about it, but I just know it's usually like a liquidity grab and then enter off the first confluence, usually being like after displacement, like a fair value gap. So I mean, towards the in the PM session here, this is after two. We had a displacement down and then a small like 1 minute here. As soon as I saw that, I was looking to take an entry. Again, this was on demo. This is me only testing this out. So once we tapped into it, I was looking to go break even at this low, which would have just been a little bit a little bit over a 1 to 1, um, setting the break even, and that's just because of the fact that ever since new today, it's just been a slow, steady grind up, and we ended up getting stopped here uh, for 10 points or almost 11 handles. Um, but yeah, I even going into this, I knew like I was even debating, even though it's on demo, it's still just like I don't. There's something about me with testing stuff on demo. I don't really like to take it unless I would really take it on a real trade. But that's the whole point of demo, is to test things out. So it's just kind of getting over that ego part. Um, which is, I guess, kind of one of my psychology issues, is the whole ego thing. But yeah, I just didn't really like it, but I figured I would try it. We kind of let me see exactly where I end. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Nice. See exactly where I entered here. Okay, so it was on this candle, right? Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So I had, and that's another thing too. I had entered, and I didn't even like the fill because the RR would have been skewed. So I closed that out. And then once we actually tapped back in again is when I had entered, created the better RR. I think I got filled right around here, so a little bit out of it. Um, and then yeah, we had a little bit of drawdown, came down a little bit until we came back up, and then ended up being stopped out. But yeah, that's basically everything for today. Again, kind of not really a video I wanted to make, but I just wanted to stay consistent for my journaling process and everything like that, even though there's really not much to go over today, which I'm surprised the video was even this long, just because of figuring out a setup. But that's for today. There's, like I said, not really much. Going into tomorrow, we don't have any crazy news, just some orange folder news at 8:30. So hopefully tomorrow will be a day we can actually take a good setup on the funded, and yeah, then hopefully have a good aftermarket analysis after that. But uh, sorry for ranting for so long. Hopefully, if you guys still enjoyed, if anything, but yeah, that's it for today, and we should be doing a market analysis tomorrow.